There is only one personality type which is more rare than an ENTJ. So the ENTJ makes up approximately 2% of our total population. However, there are more men than women who tend to be the ENTJ. Now, this is a highly intellectual, analytical thinker, and they love theory. But even though they love the theory, they're looking for really practical applications for their theory. They are able to quickly gain information, and they're very intrigued by ideas and finding innovative ways to use them. They value most of all competency and mastery. So what's interesting and fun with an ENTJ is that you can give them a piece of information and they're going to search out and create solutions to problems that are very creative and original while mastering the information, because they tend to be perfectionistic in this aspect. They're also very abstract thinkers, and they're motivated by achievement. The ENTJ actually tends to be a very natural leader. So if you can find a way to include that within a learning situation, you've really captured then the ENTJ and motivated them to be a great lifelong learner. An ENTJ is direct and decisive, and their question is, will this help me solve a problem? Some of the greatest ways and instructional strategies for an ENTJ is an active learning environment where they're able to assess, identify, using cause and effect while problem solving. Because remember, it all falls back on that question. And their question is simply, will this help me solve a problem? Because these are problem solvers. This is your leader that solves the problem. That's what this personality is. So you want to be able to help them to create some really great positive learning goals and help them. Now, they can be a very good classroom setting learner, and they are both cooperative and they love competition. But one of the things that the ENTJ loves the most is competition against themselves. And that goes along with their learning style where they like to master the information. So if you can use a competition with self in a mastery situation, you will have just pulled in that learner. Give them feedback. They love feedback. Whether it's positive or negative, they're going to be okay with the feedback, although I do tend to prefer giving negative feedback or criticism only when necessary and in a one-on-one situation. Other things to remember is that although they can do okay with details, they do prefer the general ideas. They love working with people. So it's a group, a team, a partner, however you want to do it, they're going to be great. So one of the best things to do with an ENTJ, since they are a natural leader, is put them as the head of a group. And you may want to give them an assignment to learn something or master a topic, and then their job is to teach it to somebody else. They are going to learn more from that situation than if an instructor were to teach it to themselves. Give them hands-on experiences, and you may even want to model a little bit for them, but not too much, just a little bit of a modeling, because these are fast learners who like a fast-paced instructional situation. Now, because they have judging in their preferences for their personality, they're going to like both objectives and rubrics. They like to know what's expected of them at all times. Remember that they do like to have that problem-solving piece. Will this help me solve a problem? Will this help me solve a problem is the foundation of their learning. So that's where you're going to use the practical application as well as the problem solving. Because they are very good masters of learning, they're also going to be very quick to pull out patterns. So if you could provide something that has patterns to it or relationships and let them find those relationships, they are going to be jumped into, involved, and completely consumed with that problem until they find the solution. Now, they love a structured learning environment, fast-paced, but still structured because they like organization. They are planners. They are also verbal learners, so they're going to like to process their information verbally. And if you don't have a space for them to be able to do that, you may want to give them the opportunity to mouth things, right? The other thing you can do is have them speak to themselves verbally through some kind of voice to text, and they can listen to it later or they can read it, which is going to help them to use the verbal piece of their learning personality.